Okay, yo, welcome back. Welcome to the channel. It is, you know who I am. You clicked on the video. Okay, we are live, back in action. Well, I guess we're not live, but you get what I'm saying. Welcome back. Happy New Year to you guys. Man, I am happy to see the new year. I'm happy to get things started, see where things go from here. Today is the January 7th. Man, I have not done a video in almost 2 weeks, close to. I've just been so busy doing so many other things. One, just trying to work, still dealing with like the holiday season. I got some other stuff I'm trying to sort out, doing my podcast. So I have not had time to just sit down and hang out with you guys. So welcome back. So I wanted to start off with some music. So I'll probably do some more music like later on today. I know we'll get into that. But I kind of just want to start off with something kind of like light and funny to start the new year off. And so that's what we are here to do today. We got the 10 best and worst criminal sketches. So I already kind of imagine how this video is going to go, but I just kind of wanted to do something and just say welcome back and welcome to the new year. So let's get into this.
Sometimes sketch artists hit the mark, sometimes they don't. Here are 10 of the best and worst criminal sketches. Number 10, Joseph Weir, one of the worst.
Yo, wait. Okay, honestly, that's not really that crazy. That's not that far off. I hope they're about to say this is one of the best ones, because like maybe the guy smiled at whoever did this, or he had his mouth open. Because I mean, if you look at the eyes right there, that's not terrible. They got the neck right. Like, this isn't that bad.
Popular police sketch on the internet, and one glance at this disastrous attempt and it's easy to see why. In fact, why the police would even release a sketch like this is both confusing and perplexing.
That's not that bad.
Joseph Weir, and it was sketched shortly after Weir was wanted for robbing and kidnapping a 74-year-old woman. Police used this sketch to ask the public for their assistance in identifying the perpetrator.
But did they catch him?
Weir had a lot of prior offenses stacking up, including robbery. He was labeled as a persistent felony offender. So shortly after the kidnapping incident, a sketch artist, with the help of a witness, drew up this odd sketch. The sketch circulated, and somehow, someone was able to identify Weir from the sketch.
All right then, it's not that far off then.
The sketch actually helped catch him.
That's not that bad, bro.
Number 9, Richard Allen Davis, one of the...
That's really good.
Davis was on the loose when this sketch was drawn. This police sketch is a...
Yeah, whoever... Like, one, shout out to the sketch artist that did that, one. And then, two, whoever, like, had the memory to, like, sit there and be like, no, this is exactly what it looked like. Oh, yeah, that's super good.
Perfect example of a sketch well done, as the details in the sketch are very similar to the details found in Davis's face. It captures his likeness very well, including the wave in his hair, right down to the accurate length of his beard. Because this sketch is so well executed, police were able to use this sketch to track him down. With the help of the public, Davis was caught and arrested.
Hold on. Is this a Brooks Brothers shirt? I have a shirt just like this, though. Great company, by the way.
Because this sketch is so well executed, police were able to use this sketch to track him down. With the help of the public, Davis was caught and arrested. Number 8, disproportionate sketch, one of the worst.
I thought that was fake when they first showed that, like just to kind of exaggerate how this title was gonna go. That's kind of funny if this is an actual sketch.
This police sketch was drawn using electronic facial identification team, more commonly known as EFIT. The sketch was drawn by the Warwickshire Police in Warwickshire, England. The sketch was created from the details given by an eyewitness. Now, sometimes eyewitnesses are not the most reliable sources.
Yeah, no kidding.
Since the panic or stress of a situation can lead to a skewed memory of the suspect. That is likely the case with this sketch, as the proportions of this man's face are clearly out of whack.
Yeah.
The rest of him, though, looks fairly normal.
Bro, how did they look at this? Okay, he's talking about how they released that to the public at first, for the first picture. This picture right here. How do you look at this and you're like, yeah, that's the person.
Before we move on, be sure to subscribe.
Woo, ads.
Notifications on so you don't miss any of our videos. Number 7. Paul Bernardo, one of the best. Paul Bernardo was a Canadian criminal, and the police used the details given by one of his victims to create this sketch. The sketch is
that's really good.
surprisingly accurate.
Oh yeah, it is.
And although the hair color is different in the sketch than it is in real life, the eyes are hauntingly the same in both the sketch and the real pictures of him. In fact, the likeness is so great that when one of Bernardo's coworkers saw the sketch, the coworker immediately knew it was him. The coworker promptly called the police, and the authorities were able to find him and make a subsequent arrest.
Question. I feel like this is a valid question. I saw them typing 911 right there, but I thought they said that took place somewhere else. So does everybody call 911, or is that just an American thing? Because I really don't know that at all. Like I don't know. I guess I've only been to 2 other countries, but I didn't see like a 911 sign or like anybody mention 911. So that, let me know in the comments. Yeah, that was spot on.
Number 6. Cartoon police sketch. One of the worst.
That's
I think we do have his description. We take that? Let's take his description.
The lovely sketch was hand-drawn by the witness and has aptly been called the cartoon sketch, given its likeness to a cartoon drawing.
He's got a nose and some hair that goes like that, and he was wearing a hat.
The sketch is a Hung Duok
that's not that bad.
Old man who was accused of impersonating an employee at Central Market in Lancaster. While he was impersonating the employee, he took some cash from the till and then bolted. The witness drew this sketch all by herself and then handed it over to the police. You'll notice that in the sketch, the man is wearing a hat, which he may or may not have been at the time, and that his chin is far more pointed in the sketch than it is in real life.
Okay, if you just take in the chin part, sure. But these little beady eyes and the pointed nose, they were spot on. And even with like the hair type too, like that's spot on.
In fact, it's safe to say the witness's sketch actually looks nothing like the real man.
No, that's not true.
However, somehow they were able to catch the criminal based on this sketch, which goes to show even the worst criminal sketches.
Oh, Lancaster, PA?
Be useful.
Next to the sketch.
Wonder if he's
It's uncanny, Lisa.
Okay, dude. Like, look. Well, just going back here for a second. If this guy was like lean facing down like that, I could see how you could get a pointy nose. I mean, a pointy chin. Also, you can't call a sketch bad if it leads to the capture of the person. That means it was pretty close.
It's uncanny, Lisa.
Number 5. Muppet Police sketch.
That's super good.
The worst. This sketch is of Glenn Edwin Rundles. The sketch comes from the Lamar County Sheriff's Department. The sketch, which clearly does not really resemble the criminal at all,
Yes, it does.
resembles something else. A Muppet. In fact, the likeness to a Muppet is so uncanny that people have called this sketch the Muppet sketch. The sketch, which actually does resemble a Muppet, looks like it was drawn by a child for a school drawing assignment.
Jeez.
It wasn't, though.
Rough.
It was drawn by an adult. The sketch has gone viral as people from all over the internet have ridiculed this ridiculous sketch. However, surprisingly, this sketch actually led to the arrest of Glenn Edwin Rundles, leaving people baffled as to how a sketch of a Muppet could catch a criminal. Apparently, someone who saw the Muppet sketch was able to look past the Muppetness of the sketch.
Because it's not that.
Real man.
It's not that bad. Jeez, what is up with these ads?
4. The Weird Chubby Man. One of the worst. This police sketch of of a strange, chubby man pops up all over social media as one of the worst police sketches ever. It's unclear as to what the sketch artist was
Bro, I know a guy that looks just like this. Like, just like this.
thinking when he or she drew this odd sketch. Even if the artist had been given details like eyes that are close together and defined cheekbones, there is no way that anyone in real life would actually look like this. The eyes are clearly
Yes, they do.
too close together, and the cheekbones in the sketch defy anything found on a real person. It's not known exactly who drew this awful sketch, but it is clearly one of the worst around. And, not surprising, it did not lead to an arrest.
That's more surprising to me. I know a guy that looks like this.
Number 3. The Luigi Brother.
Wow.
Both good and bad. Sometimes a police sketch can be seen as both good and bad, and this sketch is one of those sketches. This police sketch oscillates between one of the worst police sketches and one of the best, depending on whom you ask. Some people claim that it's an awful and hilarious sketch. Others feel that it's a very good representation of the suspect. It's hard to argue against the likeness. The likeness is definitely there. But one of the issues that people who lean towards the worst have is that, in the sketch, the man has a giant letter A on his hat. People have likened this letter A to the letters seen on the hats of the famous Mario Brothers, Mario and Luigi. This, combined with the fact that the man does somewhat look like Luigi, have led people to dub this sketch the Luigi lookalike, or the third Mario brother. In either case, whether you deem it good or bad, as far as police sketches go, it is mildly entertaining. Number 2. Ted Bundy. Both good and bad.
Okay.
This early police...
I feel like this one is way more more off than the other ones that he said were off. Like, I mean, I could see it if you really want to, but this wouldn't make me lead to Ted Bundy. Versus, like, some of those other ones, like, I could have definitely went out and, like, picked a person.
Police sketch of notorious serial killer Ted Bundy is both accurate and inaccurate.
Okay, so he was saying
although it does bear some likeness to him, there are some obvious discrepancies. One of the biggest discrepancies is the huge unibrow that is shown in the sketch. Despite the discrepancies, though, people who knew Bundy were able to identify him through this photo. When the sketch was first released, both Bundy's coworkers and his college professor called the authorities. They both claimed that they knew the criminal in the sketch. However, because the sketch is not overly accurate,
I don't know if that's
their claims.
I don't know if that's supposed to be a unibrow. I think that's the shadow that's being cast by, like, how his eyes were. You could see when he was just out in the sun like a moment ago. There was a shadow right here.
Bundy was not arrested at that time. He was, however, eventually arrested and sentenced to death. Number 1. Lois Gibson. The final entry on this list is not an individual sketch, but rather an individual sketch artist. And although a lot of people sketch criminals for the police, when it comes to police sketches, no one can hold a candle to Lois Gibson. She is a forensic artist who holds the Guinness World Record for most identifications by forensic artists. It's estimated that her work in police sketching has helped solve more than 1,266 crimes. And even more amazing is the fact that she often works with witnesses who have very little details regarding the criminal. Sometimes, the witnesses she works with only saw the criminal for a split second, yet somehow she's...
Yo, that's kind of creepy. So, she's helped solve so many cases, and she works with people that barely know anything. Conspiracy here. Alright, what if she's setting... Well... that sounds kind of silly. Because I was going to say, what if she's, like, setting up these situations to, like, make herself be, you know, like, bigger and better than what she is? But that would just take a sick individual. And if they happened all over the place, that wouldn't really make sense then. So never mind. No conspiracy.
She's able to compose incredible sketches. For example, her sketch of Francisco Cardenas seems impossible. The sketch was drawn from the details given by an eyewitness, but the sketch is not only extraordinary for its likeness of the criminal, it's extraordinary because the witness only saw the man from a distance. In fact, the witness saw Cardenas at a distance of 30 feet as he drove by her at 40 miles an hour.
Wow.
The witness couldn't have seen Cardenas for more than a fourth of a second, but somehow Lois Gibson was able to sketch his likeness in extraordinary detail.
That's kind of creepy.
Cardenas was caught and sentenced to life in prison. This is just one example of the amazing sketches Lois Gibson has drawn throughout the years. And because she is so talented, and because she has sketched such successful portraits of criminals, we have given Lois Gibson the top spot on...
Bro, she looks like, what's that, that lady that has, she's the medium, you know what I'm talking about? She has the show on, dog, what is that? Is that E? Man, this show used to come on some years ago. I don't know if she still does it. She was like, what is it? A medium, whatever it is. And they like are able to communicate to the dead or something like that. She kind of resembles that lady. So that's kind of creepy, man.
On our list of 10 best and worst criminal sketches.
All right, so that's the list there. We'll stop that right there. So yeah, man, don't get caught up by that lady, Lois. Don't let her come in on a case, because you are going to get caught. But thank you guys for watching. Just wanted to do something a little bit different. Start the year off with just something not our norm, because I feel like we've been doing a lot of music here recently. But we will get back to some more music. We need to do some more sports clips. I know that's one people have been asking, so we will. And I'm glad to be back recording with you guys. I miss doing it. Like I every day, like it was going by, I was like, dang, I didn't get to record a video. Dang, I didn't get to record. And so this morning, I basically forced in time right here. I was like, I'm going to sit down and take some time to record. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out my podcast, Ambitious Journey Podcast. That's the name of it. You can actually watch the video of us doing the podcast on YouTube. Just go right over to our YouTube channel, or you can listen to the audio of it on any major platform that you listen to a podcast on. We're still on the road to 5K. That's still happening. We didn't make it by my set out date of Christmas, so hopefully we will get it within the next few weeks. Let's say. I don't even want to put another time on it now, because it's kind of disappointing, when you don't get there. But my birthday's in a couple of weeks, so maybe it'll happen by then. Who knows? But yeah, that's it. Yeah, still on the road to 5K. Still gonna do a giveaway with a hat with my channel's logo, a T-shirt with my channel's logo, and a gift card as well. So that's all coming. I think that's everything. Knocking the rust off a little bit today, because we just hadn't done it in a while. But yeah, I think that's all. So till next time.